7.
The Woody Show.
Okay. We're into another new hour. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world. It is Wednesday morning. It's November the 13th, 2024. I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
Hi.
To his right is Menace.
What is up?
Then we go over and there's Gina Grad.
Hey.
Good morning to you, Seabass.
That's right.
How are you, Sebastian?
You know what? I'm glad you asked. I'm doing good.
Oh, great.
Morning.
That's
Sweet.
great to hear.
That's
awesome. There's Sammy.
Good morning.
Got the phones open, 877-44-Woody. You can hit us up with a text over to 22987. We got some news headlines coming up for you this hour. Another Woody Show, you make the call. And a spoiler alert before we get into it. I can promise you're not going to like my take.
Okay.
This happened over in the UK. This guy, he'd been out drinking. He tried to hit on some chicks at a club.
Nice.
They made fun of him.
Oh, no.
And joked that he must have a tiny penis, doing the hand gestures and the whole thing.
That's always funny.
Yeah.
And so they ran into him later outside of this pizza place, and that's where he flashed them.
Oh,
okay.
He'll show them.
He pulled down his pants, briefly showed them what he was working with. No official word on whether he proved them wrong or right or exactly what it was. But the chicks, they told a cop who then arrested him. Now, when he was arrested, they found a small amount of cocaine on him. So not only was he charged with indecent exposure, he was also hit with some drug charges. Now, you make the call. Forget the cocaine for a second. Guilty there. But how would you rule in the flashing case? Guilty or not guilty? Text over.
Of what?
22987.
Indecent exposure?
I kind of feel like he was put to a challenge.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
Right?
Yeah.
He accepted the challenge.
Like, he wasn't talking about his penis. He wasn't doing that. And they're sitting there, they're mocking him. They don't know.
Yeah.
And so you have a tiny penis. And so okay,
So
well.
he's like, look, here.
Yeah.
If you want to have a conversation about my penis, let's have a conversation
I
about
don't know
my
if I
penis.
can let you in. You must be underage. And you whip out your ID.
Exactly.
So this is what I'm saying. You're not going to like my opinion on it, but I kind of feel I'm leaning kind of give the guy a break and say, look, man, you can't do that.
Not guilty
But
on
in
that.
this particular case,
Yeah. I mean,
cocaine, he's guilty.
if it was like a gaggle of nuns at a prayer circle and he did
Different.
different.
But they wouldn't be talking about his penis.
Exactly.
You can't expose yourself just because somebody makes fun of you.
Well, I mean, they said he must have a tiny penis. Well, it sounds like a challenge.
And what was
does
their
it?
Yes.
reason for saying that? Just because he was picking up on them?
Well, maybe he was being a creep.
which proves that he is a creep.
Exactly.
He was
We
just
don't
hitting
know.
on them. They,
Right, big deal.
Well, we don't know.
Right,
And
that's
that,
fine if he's just hitting on them, but then for him to expose himself does make him a creep. He probably was being creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the context, but
Right, but I mean, on the surface,
let's just say
if it all went down just like
this
this,
is
all
what
he was doing was picking
this
up
is
on
what I
them.
know.
Big deal.
This is what I was reading.
Yeah.
This is what
Oh,
we were.
and again,
Yeah.
did
let's
he
just work with the facts that we have.
Greg, I'm sure he showed up with a bouquet of flowers and a love
No,
note.
not that either.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
but
you're at a club and everybody's having drinks and you take your shot at some chicks or whatever, and they start goofing on your penis, right? Like you might have a tiny penis. Like, jokes on you, ladies.
I would
Yeah, exactly.
take it a step further. So he flashes his penis. They
Right.
see it.
Right.
What's the result of that? Did your eyes get burned? Did it destroy your life? Okay, so you saw his penis.
They said
Go on with
he
your life.
Still
briefly.
illegal.
He didn't chase them with it.
Yeah, right.
Whip it around.
That's what I was about to
He
say.
didn't smack him in the face with it. He
Yeah.
just briefly showed them what he was working
He didn't
with.
go any further past that.
Yeah.
I'd say you're even.
That's what I say. Let it go. This is a
Yeah.
wash. This is like a push.
And while
Yeah.
you're at
Blackjack,
it, let
you
the
know?
cocaine charge go too.
Yes, seriously.
He had a rough night.
Is he possibly, Menace, a stand-up comedian on account of penises are...
Hilarious.
Yes, Menace loves penises, not because he's attracted to them, because he says they are hilarious.
Yeah.
He just
They
wanted
are.
to make them laugh.
The ruling from the judge, he was sentenced to 18 months probation, and he'll have to be a registered sex offender for the next 5 years.
I don't know.
Well, hope it was worth it.
For the coke, he's got to go do rehab.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But sex offender list.
Sex offender, that's a punishment.
So now he has to put a sign outside his house on Halloween.
Right, yeah. Right.
Because he...
Might
because he
expose-
No
because-
candy.
Because of older women that he showed himself to.
Right.
Don't let your kids make fun of my penis.
Yeah, he wasn't going after children.
Wait, so this
And they
is
were
a
He was
talking
going
about
after some
wieners.
rude bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and not even like going after them. Just, hey, you
brought it up.
You brought a challenge.
Here it is.
Yeah, he answered the call.
Yeah. I'm going to finish this argument.
He
Yeah.
ended the mystery. They were saying that you probably have a small one.
Yeah, so we're
He
not.
showed.
So we're not in charge, obviously, of any kind of like legislation or whatever. But in this particular case, let's just say we were on the jury for this. You would rule how, Gina? Not guilty?
Nah.
Push.
Push.
All right, Greg.
So not guilty.
Menace?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Big deal.
Sammy
No.
guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I mean, he did do
Seabass?
it.
I mean, I think, you give him a slap on the wrist, but the whole sex offender thing is, now he's really screwed.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then Morgan, what do you think? We'll go to another one of the ladies.
Not guilty for
Not
sure.
see another not guilty by the ladies. Caroline, guilty, not guilty. What do you think? This guy like?
I'm with Sammy. Guilty.
Oh, yeah. See,
No. 50-50.
If it was a random man in a trench coat who walked up and exposed himself to
Different.
them,
Yeah,
but
I would
how
say
is
guilty.
it though? 'Cause
how?
it's still-
Because
They
they're
had
the
a whole
context.
conversation and they brought up his penis.
right. The discussion. Nothing was. It had nothing to do with penises. You're just standing there and somebody just flashed you like that. But no, they made the challenge
Yeah.
of you have a tiny penis, and he goes, "No, ma'am."
Yeah, the hell I do.
Yeah. How dare you?
I actually applaud him for showing
Good.
them.
Good for you.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's like, good for you.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and we're going to have some of the trending news headlines. Gina Grad's going to update us on that next on The Woody Show. Hang on.
How old are you? I had no idea. The Woody Show returns in a sec.